Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video I'll be showing you some new cacti I've got for the greenhouse. This is my small cactus haul, so let's get straight into it.
Great Northern Exotic.
Well, I'm just back from a regional cactus rally hosted by the BCSS, and there was a lovely sales table there with lots of sellers selling some interesting plants, and this was the last event of the calendar year, so a nice chance to pick up a few choice specimens and smaller cacti. And I'm just going to go through a few that I picked up, and I'm going to start with this, which actually wasn't from the cactus rally. This one was very kindly gifted by Alan from the BCSS forum. It's an Epithelantha bockii. It has a field number SB416, and it's grown. He grew this from seed from Messagarden or Messagardens in 2009, and yeah, I first got into Epithelantha here, where I built my created my habitat style, and since then I kind of really like the small growing, I think Mexican probably cacti. There you go. It's obviously crested, but it does have a regular growing point there, and he told me that this is not flowered yet for him, so I'm interested to see. Obviously these, they do flower a very small size. You can see maybe, what's that, like a centimetre and a half, 15 mil maybe in diameter, and this one's considerably bigger and older, so be interested to see how that flowers. Does it flower in a crispate way? But yeah, I kind of like that weird looking, kind of looks like a fist almost. So that's the first one. And then from the cactus rally I did then pick up a couple more Epithelantha. This one is Epithelantha unguispina. If anyone knows what that Latin name means, it kind of looks a little bit like the Pellicifera. Reminds me of that sort of those sort of growth patterns on it. There you go. That's slightly bigger. And then another Epithelantha. This is a smaller one, and this is Epithelantha polycephala. There you go. I picked up a couple more Lophophoras. This one is Williamsii. There you go. Standard form of a loth. I've got a bigger one up there with the fluff on it that flowers regularly. That's the biggest one I've got, and I've got some really small ones that just pan out a little bit. Got smaller ones in here, so this is a nice size, this one. And then I got this one as well, which the seller didn't have a species listed on it, but he thinks it's probably a Frickii. So that'll be interesting to see. Anyway, there's only one way to find out really, and it is to see them in flower. So we'll have to wait until next spring to know for sure. But I'm sure these have probably not flowered yet. But we'll have to wait and see. Next on the list is this lovely looking Astrophytum here, Astrophytum asterias, and I really like that. There was a few for sale yesterday, but this one had the chevrons. I've seen these online a few times with the chevrons on it, and you get all sorts of markings on the asterias. But yeah, I just kind of like the chevron pattern on there. I've got a few Astrophytums in the greenhouse. I've got over there a Capricorn there. Now that I think this one looks quite different to a lot of Capricorn that I've seen online, because they're really long spines that are kind of soft, and I love the speckled pattern on there. And then I've got a myriostigma down there in my habitat planter. Have I got any more? No, I've not. That's it for my Astrophytum. So yeah, I've been after one of these for a while at the right price, and this was a decent price. So yeah, really pleased with that. Yeah, last but not least, I think I'll go through the last few, which are all Copiapoa. And anyone who's been following my videos for a while will know I'm a fan of Copiapoa. Got some nice specimens on the shelf, and some really old specimens as well. That one's got 20 heads on it. And I picked up these tiny ones here for a really nice price. These are Copiapoa cinerescens. I've got 2 of those. And I'm sure I had another cinerescence, but I can't spot it. But maybe I've got some sort of hybrid. But anyway, there are 2. You can see there, look, cinerescence. And then I've got 2 that were unlabeled, and the seller didn't know what they were. But for me, they look like hypogea or hypogea. And now that one's flowered. I can see a little spent flower on there, and this one's slightly larger, so I'd assume this one is flowered as well. But yeah, for me they look like hypogea. Now I don't know whether they're hypogea lizard skin or not. I've got another hypogea, but it's variegated and it doesn't look like an hypogea, but it did when I bought it. When I bought this one here, it was that colour, and then it changed. So do let me know if any Copiapoa fans are watching. I'd love to know if you think that is hypogea. I can't think of any other species that has that similar look to it, but do let me know. And last but not least, I think I've got to mention these 2 Copiapoa cinerea here, which is probably the most choice species of Copiapoa in cultivation. I've got one here, look, which is a lovely look at the white fluff on there. I mean, the cinerea and then the Hasseltoniana with the orange fluff are the 2 which I think just look amazing. This one's grafted, and I've kind of buried the graft there with a little offset. These are a little bit smaller. If I hold these, this is the biggest one that I got yesterday, which is smaller than that one, but yeah. And the great thing about these ones is that they I got these from Graham Charles, who's the BCSS president, and he's very meticulous about cataloguing his plants and their origin. And these are both from seed that he collected. They've both got a GC field number, which is one of Graham's own field numbers, and he tells me that this locality is the type locality for Copiapoa cinerea. In other words, this is what a cinerea should look like. And of course, it doesn't have that nice waxy white farina. I don't know if that's the right word, farina. And he says that it's impossible to get in cultivation in the UK just because our summers are not hot long enough, bright enough. Who knows? But I mean, look at for me, this is the ultimate in cacti. You've got the white wool, you've got the black spines. And I think it's really interesting as well. Like if you see from each areola, you've got 4 spines, and then on this one, you've got a mixture of 1 and 2. So there's a lot of variation in Copiapoa. I mean, even these 2, these seem to be the same. I think one of the field numbers is mistyped on there. But they've got different altitudes. This one's got 185 metres. This one's got 720 to 760 metres. So I wonder if this one is a little bit hardier. And he said that this one, this double-headed one, was from a single seed, which he sowed himself. I'd love to know the dates on these as well. Like how long does it take a Copiapoa to look like this? But that will need potting on that one next year. There you go. So that's it from my mini cactus haul. I'm really pleased. I've been very strict with myself on adding plants to the collection, and as regular viewers will know, I've only got a 4 foot by 6 foot greenhouse, and I've sort of made temporary shelves under here for overflow, but really this is the space I've got. I will upgrade at some point, but I've been very strict with myself on buying new plants. I've been more focused on trying to pick up some nice pottery and yeah, move away from the square plastic pots, and create more habitat style planters. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's the last cactus event of the year, the Yorkshire Regional Rally for the BCSS, and there'll be loads more things going on from probably April-ish next year. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate people watching. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think, and sharing ideas for future videos. But if you do like the content and you're not subscribed yet, please do consider, because it does help me grow the channel. And that's it from me, from the Great Northern Exotic Garden. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.